Hey everyone, Zia here and welcome back to the channel. I have some absolutely insane and important updates for you today, okay? Let's jump right into it. Okay, you are not going to believe what we uncovered. A high-profile assassination, a rooftop escape, and a mystery that just got wilder. Who is this person, and how did they vanish into thin air? The FBI just dropped this bombshell video, showing the suspect in the Charlie Kirk assassination case, making a daring escape across a Utah Valley University building. Look closely at this frame from the new footage, because the FBI is calling this their crucial lead. Investigators are piecing together the puzzle. Police found a weapon and ammunition nearby, and get this, they even collected trace evidence from the rooftop. And the proof is right here, detailing everything from shoe impressions to palm prints. This is how we find them. Utah Governor Spencer Cox confirmed over 7,000 tips have poured in, and that's not all. But hold on, because it gets crazier. Another video surfaced, showing a man strikingly similar to our suspect, limping away. Is this our guy, injured from that jump? Authorities are now preparing to pursue the death penalty in this case, a clear sign of their determination to find justice. But with all these leads, all this evidence, why is the suspect still at large? What's your take on this? In other news, a surprising development has just come to our attention. Okay, Zo crew, picture this. An ancient tech giant, written off by many, suddenly poised to unlock computing power that defies reality. Is IBM about to rewrite the future as we know it? For years, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and startups have been in a fierce race for quantum advantage. But here's the wild part. Good old IBM, the one that gave us the PC, is now leading the charge. Look at what it says right here on screen. They're talking about computers that can make conventional ones look like abacuses. And we have the receipts. This could break all current encryption, from your passwords to entire financial systems. And the implications are just mind-blowing. At the Thomas J. Watson Research Center, they've built Quantum System 2, looking like something out of 2001. And this is where it gets crazy. They're tackling fault tolerance for qubits so sensitive even a cosmic ray can mess them up. Look at the cooling system here. It is colder than deep space, and you can see it says qubits, fragile but powerful right there. By 2030, IBM aims for a large-scale, fault-tolerant quantum computer. Google has its own roadmap targeting utility by 2033, but there's no consensus on how to build these. So, with competing approaches and unimaginable power on the horizon, is this a win or a total fail? Alright, moving on to our next story. Can you imagine turning anything, absolutely anything, into a hyper-realistic 3D figurine in seconds? Brace yourselves, because a new AI is here, changing everything. How is this even possible? Okay, you are not going to believe what we uncovered. This viral phenomenon is called Nano Banana, and it uses Google's Gemini 2.5 flash image tool. Look at the screen. It's literally turning photos into these incredibly detailed 3D figurines, capturing every single detail. And it's not just a niche tech thing. The popularity exploded when public figures started sharing their own 3D versions. We're talking chief ministers and Bollywood stars jumping on the trend. But here's the wild part. Look how easy it is to do this. This accessibility is the game changer. You don't need advanced skills, it's free, and the results are stunningly realistic. Just look at how detailed these miniatures are. And the implications are just mind-blowing. The data tells a very different story about what this means for digital creation. So this isn't just a meme. It's a glimpse into the future of design and creativity, empowering everyone to blur the lines between reality and imagination. What will you create when advanced 3D is literally in your hands? Okay, from the world of politics to the world of entertainment. Picture this Z-Squad, a massive aircraft soaring into the sky, engines roaring. And then, without warning, a crucial piece just drops. What on earth could cause something like this to happen mid-takeoff? Okay, Z-Squad, you are not going to believe this. We are talking about SpiceJet flight SG-2906 on its way to Mumbai. And look at this on-screen text. Aircraft loses wheel midair. That is right, a tire just detached. The tower controller at Canlis saw it happen, reporting a black-colored big object rolling down the runway. But here's the shocking twist. The pilots, facing this incredible crisis, immediately declared a full emergency upon approach to Mumbai. And the evidence is undeniable. It was an outer wheel, confirmed by SpiceJet itself. Look at the on-screen information. Emergency landing confirmed. Against all odds, the aircraft landed safely in Mumbai, and every single passenger disembarked normally. But seriously, Z Squad, what would you do in this situation? Drop your theories in the comments below. And now for something on a lighter note. Kathmandu is in chaos. Thousands are on the streets, the capital is burning, and the Prime Minister just resigned. But my friends, what is truly happening in Nepal? Why is Gen Z leading this charge? It started with a peaceful protest, believe it or not, a social media ban. But look at what it says on screen. Social media ban corruption, Gen Z rages. That initial spark quickly ignited into something much bigger, a wildfire of frustration over unemployment and deep-seated corruption. And this is where it gets crazy. The protests turned violent, plunging the nation into crisis. The army had to seize Kathmandu. And the numbers are just staggering. Our screen shows you the heartbreaking truth: 34 dead, PM resigns, unprecedented unrest. 34 lives lost, over 1,000 injured, and a prime minister forced to flee. But hold on, the plot thickens. Amidst the chaos, Gen Z leaders are now in talks with the president and army chief to form an interim government. And look at this on screen. Interim PM, Sushila Karki frontrunner, talks stall. They've even proposed former Chief Justice Sushila Karki, potentially Nepal's first woman prime minister. But not everyone is buying it, as talks have already stalled over who else to include. Meanwhile, international flights are evacuating stranded citizens, and even the erstwhile King Jainendra Shah has appealed for calm. This youth-led revolution is reshaping Nepal right before our eyes. So, my friends, what do you think happens next in this incredible story? Okay, up next. You guys are not going to believe this. Hey Zo fam, picture this. A sacred journey suddenly gone for weeks. What if the most revered pilgrimage just stopped? And the biggest disaster since lockdown? You won't believe this. Okay, Zo fam, get this. The Mata Vaishno Devi Yatra, a spiritual lifeline for millions, was abruptly halted for 19 days. Look at this image. A massive landslide, triggered by a cloudburst in the Trikuta Hills, ripped through the route. But here's the wild part. This incident tragically claimed 34 lives and injured 20, making it the longest suspension of the Yatra since the COVID-19 shutdown. Can you believe it? The Shrine Board confirmed it was all due to harsh weather and urgent repairs. Look at this sign. It speaks volumes about the halt. Now, the incredible news. The Yatra is officially restarting on September 14th, but not without some serious upgrades. Look, they're making RFID tracking mandatory for pilgrims, alongside strict identification checks and designated tracks. And the implications are just mind-blowing. Pilgrim safety is now the absolute priority, as shown right here on screen. The Shrine Board says this restart isn't just a journey, it's a reaffirmation of collective faith and resilience. They've worked tirelessly on restoration, ensuring safety comes first. So, Zo fam, after such a dramatic pause, what does this monumental restart mean for the future of sacred journeys? And just when you thought the day couldn't get any stranger. Now, for a look at what's happening in the world of finance. Can a fashion powerhouse really conjure a new billion-dollar brand every 5 years? The CEO of Trent says, yes. But is this an unstoppable vision or a gamble in disguise? You are not going to believe what we uncovered. Okay, Trent's CEO, P. Venkatesalu, is aiming for a new brand every 5 years. They have already launched Utsa, Samo, and Burnt Toast, even expanding Zudio Beauty. Look at this on-screen text. New BRANDS, big ambitions. And that's not all. But here's the shocking twist. While Trent dreams big, top brokerage firms like Nuvama and Systematics are cutting their revenue estimates for FY27. Look at the data. The screen here says analysts cut forecasts. Why the sudden caution from the experts? The proof is in the details. Analysts are reporting moderation in growth momentum and low single-digit like-for-like growth. The on-screen text, LFL growth, Low single digits tells you everything. Even adding multiple Zudio stores in the same area is putting pressure on sales. Despite the slowing numbers, Venkatesalu remains optimistic, focused on emerging categories like beauty, innerwear, and footwear. So, is Trent a visionary in a challenging market, or are these red flags just the beginning of a bigger problem? Drop your theories in the comments below. Alright, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit that button. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Zo News.